Phantom lawyer Shin Yi Rang is once again caught in a deadly crossfire, and this time he might not make it out alive. Let's break down the shocking twist of episode 12 and dive on what lies ahead for episode 13. After successfully wrapping up a challenging case, it felt like something special was finally brewing between our dynamic duo. Yi Rang was on the verge of confessing his feelings, but an 8-year-old ghost possesses him instead, kickstarting yet another supernatural investigation. Armed with only a single clue, a golf ball bearing the GSG logo, Yi Rang starts putting the pieces together on his own. He visits the police station to check for reports of a missing boy in yellow rain boots, but comes up empty. As he takes a break to treat the ghost boy to pizza, Yi Rang runs into a familiar detective. He mentions the missing child and the golf range, but the detective claims to not know anything. But moments later, a missing child report perfectly matching the ghost boy is filed, prompting the detective to follow Yi Rang to the golf range. Meanwhile, a different storm is brewing in the background. Chairman Yang is back again. Yi Rang's mother excuses herself for a second, and we finally see the nice act fall, as the chairman immediately takes this opportunity to snoop around the house, clearly looking for something. Although not for long, as she returns shortly after. Back at the office, a man arrives to file for divorce, and he shares the tragic story of how his son went missing. This heartbreaking moment finally reveals our ghost boy's identity, Yoon Si Ho. Yi Rang leaves Si Ho in the truck watching his favorite show when he sees the text sent by Hyun with his name and date of birth. The boy's memories come flooding back, and he rushes out to warn Yi Rang. It turns out the detective is Si Ho's kidnapper, and he's holding another boy captive. As Yi Rang pieces the horrific truth together, Detective Chi Yong pulls a gun, and a brutal fight breaks out, leaving Yi Rang unconscious. In a desperate move, Si Ho's spirit takes over Yi Rang's unconscious body. He manages to taser the detective, rescue the tied-up boy, and speed toward the hospital. But the detective regains consciousness and fires at the fleeing truck. Yi Rang is shot, but he manages to reach the hospital just before passing out. Hyun, who is already worried because Yi Rang wasn't answering his phone, receives a devastating call. With only 4 episodes left, Phantom Lawyer delivers a shocking blow that flips the story on its head. Hyun arrives at the hospital and sees the bloody and unconscious Yi Rang. But the biggest twist? We see Yi Rang's ghost watching helplessly as Hyun breaks down in tears beside his lifeless body. So, what's waiting for us in episode 13? As their world comes crashing down, Hyun and the Shin family grapple with Yi Rang's fate. Hovering between life and death, they desperately cling to the hope that he might actually survive. Even young Si Ho refuses to let him go, reminding Yi Rang that his promise to find his mother remains unfulfilled. Now it's up to Hyun to pick up the pieces. But Detective Chi Yong is pleading the fifth and denying any knowledge of the kidnapping. Without solid evidence to back things up, the case is left hanging by a thread. We are now at a massive turning point. Based on the opening credits, little Si Ho might be the final client before the series charges into its core mystery, the truth behind Yi Rang's father's death. And with the chairman's true colors finally showing, the explosive truth is just around the corner. In this fractured state, can Yi Rang fulfill his promise to Si Ho and bring his family the justice they deserve? Is there a supernatural loophole for Yi Rang to reclaim his life and finally unravel the real events behind his father's death?